Hello everyone, this is Dr. Ashok Kumar from Government Women Engineering College Ajmer. This is lecture 2 on electronic communication series, and in this lecture 2 we are going to discuss about electromagnetic spectrum, microwave frequencies, 5G and optical frequency bands. The following contents will be addressed in this lecture 2: terminology used in communication system, then electromagnetic spectrum, then radio frequency band application, wireless services, oblique terminal frequency band, 5G communication frequency band, and the optical spectrum. The contents of this lecture 2 is prepared with the help of following reference books. First, we need to discuss about terminologies used in communication systems. The first terminology is the frequency, and frequency is defined as the number of cycles of a repetitive wave that occurs in a given time period or number of oscillations per second, and it is measured in terms of cycles per second. And after the Heinrich, Professor Heinrich, it's named or its unit is defined his, his his name and known as the hertz. So we can say the frequency measured in terms of hertz. Second terminology is the wavelength, and wavelength is the distance occupied by one cycle of a wave, and it is usually expressed in meter if we are talking about the SI units, and it can be calculated with the use of following formula: lambda is equal to c by f, where c is the speed of the light or velocity of light in a free space, and it is equal to the 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and f is the frequency. So we can calculate the wavelength by using frequency and speed of the light. Third is the spectrum. The frequency domain representation of a given signal is called as a spectrum. Fourth is the bandwidth. It can be represented BW or PW. It is the portion of electromagnetic spectrum occupied by a signal, or bandwidth is the difference between the upper and lower frequency limits of the signal. If we are considering the case of upper frequency is f2 and lower frequency is f1, then the bandwidth can be defined by using this formula: BW is equal to f2 minus f1, where f2 is the upper frequency and f1 is the lower frequency. And we can another bandwidth which is known as the channel bandwidth, and it is the range of frequency required to transmit the desired information. So we can say this is the modulated signal bandwidth, and this is the channel bandwidth. And the channel bandwidth is playing a vital role in a wireless and mobile communication systems that we will discuss about channel bandwidth in a separate lecture. Then further we are going to discuss about electromagnetic spectrum. Here you can see this is the electromagnetic spectrum. This electromagnetic spectrum starts with the radio frequencies, then infrared, then visible light, ultraviolet, X-ray and gamma rays. So first we need to define about the radio waves, and these radio waves having the different frequency band which is designated by the Federal Communication Commission, and their names are very low frequency, medium frequency, high frequency, very high frequency, ultra high frequency, super high frequency and extremely high frequency. And these are the application where the electronic communication systems applications are in various frequency bands in various categories. So we can say VLF can be used in a navigation, and it's having the frequency range about 3 kilohertz to 30 kilohertz. And in terms of wavelength, by using this formula you can calculate lambda is equal to c by f, then its wavelength is 100 kilometer to 10 kilometer, which is very large wavelength. These are the low frequency, and it can be used for radio beacon applications, and it's having frequency range 30 kilohertz to 300 kilohertz, and its wavelength 10 kilometer to 1 kilometer. And this is the medium frequency band. It can be used for AM broadcasting, amateur radio, maritime application communication, and its range is about 300 kilohertz to 3 megahertz, and it is the wavelength of this channel, and which is 1 kilometer to 100 meter. And this is the high frequency, and it can be uh, having the application in the short wave broadcast, amateur radio, aircraft communication, radio astronomy, and their frequency range 6 megahertz to 30 megahertz and wavelength 100 meter to 10 meter. This is very high frequency. It can be used for television, FM broadcast, air traffic control, and having the frequency range 30 megahertz to 300 megahertz and wavelength in terms of 10 meter to 1 meter. And ultra high frequency, it is used for the television, satellite, radar, navigation, and cellular phone system, and it's having the frequency range from 300 megahertz to 3 gigahertz and wavelength 1 meter to 10 centimeter. Super high frequency used for radio, radar communication, microwave link, satellite communication, and mobile communication, and having the frequency range 3 to 30 gigahertz and 10 centimeter to 1 centimeter is the wavelength. Extremely high frequency used in radar and experimental studies, and 330 gigahertz to 30 300 gigahertz, and it's having the wavelength 1 centimeter to 1 millimeter. So here you can see the frequency range from 1 gigahertz to 300 gigahertz is known as a microwave frequency bands, and these are the widely used frequency bands in a real world, especially in a mobile and cellular communication system, and in which the bands designated by the FCC is the L, S, C, X, Ku, K, Ka, and millimeter wave bands, and having their frequency L band having 1 to 2 gigahertz, S band 2 to 4, and C band 4 to 8, X band 8 to 12.4, Ku band 12.4 to 18 gigahertz, K band 18 gigahertz to 27 gigahertz, K band 27 to 40 gigahertz, and millimeter wave band have 40 gigahertz to 300 gigahertz. So this is the electromagnetic spectrum. Why we are saying? Because the frequency modulated signal is transmitted through the wireless channel in the form of electromagnetic waves or in the form of radio waves. So we are saying it's a electromagnetic spectrum. These are the radio frequencies and applications, and these are the AM broadcast and specific frequency ranges 530 to 1605. This is the short wave. This short wave FM broadcast, very high frequency TV 2 to 4, 5 to 6, and US cellular communication, European cellular, GSM cellular, GPS, microwave oven, ISM band, which is very popular. Microwave oven we are using our home appliances. GPS is very popular, and nowadays we are using mobile communication, and these are the cellular bands that is being also used in mobile communication systems. And this is the ultra wideband, and it's having 3.1 to 10 to the power 6, and these are the frequency ranges of different typical applications. And then further we are going to discuss about different wireless services or terminals, and these wireless services like wireless fidelity Wi-Fi, WiMAX, worldwide interoperability for microwave access, Bluetooth, wireless local area networks, public safety WLAN, universal mobile telecommunication systems, long-term evaluation LTE, that is also called as a 4G, and intelligent transport system ITS. So these are the wireless services that is currently or used in a mobile communication systems as well as vehicular ad hoc VANET communication. In this, their frequency ranges are given, and this Wi-Fi standard having the IEEE 802.11b GNAN group, and having the frequency band 2.4 to 2.48, and IEEE 802.11a oblique and 5.15 to 5.85 gigahertz. These are the WiMAX band, which is having and the frequency bands of 2.3 to 2.4, 2.5 to 2.7, 3.3 to 3.8, and 5.15 to 5.85, and the IEEE 802.16 is working on these standards. And this is the Bluetooth. Again, this is the IEEE 802.15.1 standards, and it is the frequency range 2.4 to 2.48. These are the WLAN bands, and having 2.4 to 2.48, 5.15 to 5.35, and 0.7 to 7.3 to 5.825. This is the public safety, and having 4.94 to 4.99 gigahertz. UMTS, it is also called as a 3G communication or 3G band, and which is having the frequency range 10.92 to 2.17 gigahertz. LTE, it is known as the 4G band, having 2.3 to 2.4 gigahertz and 2.5 to 2.69 gigahertz. And ITS, uh, having the frequency range 5.15 to 5.925, and IEEE 802.11p is working on this application or wireless services. So these are the very important wireless services terminals, and that are currently used in a various mobile in a mobile communication as well as in a wireless communication systems. These are the specific 5G communication that being launched in India about 2020 and then after, and it's having we can categorize these frequency bands in the three categories. First is the low band, and second is the mid band, and third is the high band. The low band having also called as a sub 1 gigahertz, and having the frequency range of 600 megahertz, having 2 into 35 megahertz band, and this is a licensed band that is currently used in may be used in the United States, and 700 megahertz band may be used in India. And these are the 5G NR new radio and 5G NR millimeter wave, and it is also known as the frequency range 1, and it is known as the frequency range 2 FR2, and FR2 having the frequency range of 24 to 100 gigahertz and below 6 gigahertz. And these are the frequency bands 3.3 to 3.6, 3.7 to 4.2, and 5.9 to 7.1. These are the frequency bands of FR1 series of 5G communication, and this is the FRNR new radio millimeter wave or frequency range 2, having the frequency range 24.25 to 27.5, 27.5 to 29.5, 37 to 40 gigahertz, 47.2 to 48.2, and 64 to 71 gigahertz, and greater than 95, in which some of the licensed and some are the unlicensed bands. And these bands is regulated by the Federal Communication Commission. And these are the optical spectrum, as we have discussed in this figure about infrared, visible light, ultraviolet, X-ray, and gamma rays, and having the wavelength in the range of this infrared, having this the wavelength is 0.7 10 micrometer, and it having the application of TV, remote control units, astronomy to detect stars, guidance in weapon system, LED and laser applications, visible light region 0.4 to 0.8 micrometer, and it having the application in optical, Wi-Fi, and signboard displays, with vehicular to vehicular communication, underwater communication, robots in a hospital, and ultraviolet region having 4 to 400 nanometer, and it's used in medical applications. Similarly, X-ray, gamma ray, and cosmic rays bands are having the wavelength less than 0.1 micrometer, and it is being used in a medical application. So these are the electromagnetic band spectrums and their application in a mobile communication, especially in the case of wireless services terminals, as well as 1G, 2G, 3G, and 4G communication system. More detail about these first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, fifth generation will be discussed in a separate series. And these then further we have discussed about the 5G communication band that is being regulated by the FCC, Federal Communication Commissions, and it is currently under procedure. Uh, and then further we have discussed about the optical spectrum band, in which optical bands having the infrared region, visible light region, ultraviolet region mainly, and ultraviolet region and X-ray, gamma ray, cosmic rays, typical bands is currently using in medical application. Thank you everyone for watching this lecture. I hope this lecture is beneficial for you.